Teofimo Lopez makes up excuses on why he's lost the fight against George Kambosos Jr., saying, I had an elbow injury. He did have an injury, but it sounds to me that's an excuse. Let's talk about it in this video. King Jr. got another video for y'all. So we got some news here for y'all, as used to be undefeated, now 16 wins, 12 knockouts, 1 loss. Teofimo Lopez comes out and says he was going to perform like Floyd Mayweather out there, and he had a elbow injury. His elbow wasn't 100%. He could have beat George Kambosos. Well, first of all, Teofimo Lopez, you were never going to beat George Kambosos. I knew George Kambosos Jr. had your number from the get-go. I already said this a few months back when the fight was in fruition. I said, guys, don't be surprised if George Kambosos Jr. win. And Teofimo Lopez has the audacity to try to use Floyd Mayweather's shoulder roll. Well, first of all, why are you mimicking Floyd Mayweather? There's only one Floyd Mayweather. You know, there's a lot of guys that try to mimic it, but why are you not trying to make up your own style to better yourself against Floyd Mayweather? There's a lot of other styles that is way better than Floyd Mayweather style. You just don't have to be a defensive specialist. You could be a boxer, puncher, a slugger. There's a lot of styles that you can make perfectionist. If you just come up with your own, you can get to that Floyd Mayweather caliber. But Teofimo Lopez, he tried to take the easy route. He tried to take the duck route. I blame this on Teofimo Lopez. Like Bill Haney, he was on a live and says Teofimo Lopez had messed up the money and stuff like that for the Devin Haney fight, which he did. Teofimo Lopez is not the top lightweight anymore. The top lightweights, in my opinion, is Vasily Lomachenko, Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis. Ryan Garcia doesn't even make that list because he's a coward. And George Kambosos Jr. Those are my top lightweights. And Teofimo Lopez, at this point, his dad messed up the fight. His dad kept telling him he was doing good and stuff like that. He was not doing good in the fight. Teofimo Lopez was struggling bad. His dad said, "You're doing good, bro. Knock him out." What type of training is that? If I was Teofimo Lopez, I would fire his dad. But anyway, guys, Teofimo Lopez, you know, he runned around for all this time about how he was going to fight Devin Haney, $10 million and all this other stuff. Well, you sure try to be like Floyd Mayweather now, but you're not Floyd Mayweather because you have a loss on your record. And they also stated that now I have to make a comeback. Well, his father says now we're not like Floyd Mayweather. We got to do something different. He went on a rant about how Teofimo Lopez lost. Well, Teofimo Lopez has no business not staying focused in this fight. Kambosos was not playing with him. Kambosos set out what he was going to do. He was going to take them belts back to Australia. And George Kambosos Jr. has gotten and taken them belts back to Australia where they belong in his hometown. And now we're moving on to bigger and better things. I have nothing else to say about this. Teofimo Lopez at this point complains about his little elbow injury. Well, during the fight, your elbow was perfectly fine. You couldn't adjust to the style of George Kambosos Jr. You couldn't time his speed. You couldn't catch him. You couldn't get his foot movement right. You couldn't do anything right. You was just trying to knock him out like it was a regular street fight. You was just trying to get the knockout. But anyway, guys, I just don't think, you know what? I got to say this. What do you guys think? What is next for Teofimo Lopez at this point? I don't know what's next for him. I'm starting to hear a lot of people saying, look, he already took a loss from Kambosos. I think that he needs to fight Vasily Lomachenko. A lot of people want him to rematch Lomachenko, redeem yourself again. His father already complained we ain't fought Lomachenko and stuff like that. Well, I got to say this again. I got to say this also, guys. Rumor has it that Teofimo Lopez does not have a rematch clause. Well, that was kind of stupid. This was a perfect example of a cherry pick going wrong. What type of fighter does not have a rematch clause when they have all the major sanctioned body belts, basically? Makes absolutely no sense. I wish Teofimo Lopez the best. I think he can still move on with his career. You know, you just got to get your name back in the mix, which I don't think that you are going to fight the best of the best because you blatantly ducked Devin Haney. And you want no parts of Gervonta Davis. Maybe you can fight Ryan Garcia. If you beat Ryan Garcia, maybe your name might get back in the mix or something. I don't know. But I don't care, guys. I'm done with Teofimo Lopez at this point. Tio's going to have every excuse in the book. If I was Teofimo Lopez, I'll fire his father. Bad management. The cut man was also doing a crappy job because he couldn't stop the blood or contain the blood from leaking from Teofimo Lopez's face. There's a lot of cut mans out there that can heal up a huge gap that size and still stop the leak. This dude was obviously trash. I think he has one of his family and relatives or whatever not, but Teofimo Lopez need to fire the whole Lopez family on the team because his father is going to ruin his career because basically Tio is living behind his father's shadow, in my opinion. You know, he can't do anything without his father or whatever or not. I don't think Teofimo Lopez is going to fire his father or whatever or not, but his father runs his mouth too much. He looks up to Floyd too much. He tried to make Floyd into Teofimo Lopez. That's not going to happen, okay? Tio's not Floyd, okay? His style will never be accumulate to Floyd. When I seen he try to do a shoulder roll against George Kambosos Jr., I'm like, this dude's going to lose. This dude is going to lose. George got in his emotions and stuff like that. But, guys, you know, I'm not going to keep this video too long. Teofimo Lopez has an injury, making up an excuse that my elbow wasn't right. I was trying to do the stuff Floyd Mayweather was doing. That's why he won the fight. That sounds like an excuse to me. I don't think Teofimo Lopez was never going to be George Kambosos Jr. But with that being said, guys, it is what it is. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. This is your boy King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.